super smarties. Let the learning begin. Alright, let's take a temperature check. I'm in the green zone because I get to see my smarties today virtually. Where are you? Get regulated and ready to learn. The Mindshift we're going to do today before we begin is body scan. So how you do a body scan is you just take your hands and basically what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself a little massage. While you're doing that, you're going to breathe. Now, what we like to do in our room is do affirmations, where we tell ourselves the truth about ourselves, the positive truth about ourselves. I'm smart. I'm capable. I'm competent. Massage your brain. I'm respectful. I'm responsible. I'm kind. I'm a hard worker. I'm going to do your whole body, your legs and your back. I care for the earth. I care for others and for myself. And give yourself a big hug. It's important that we be loved and physically touched. This is good for our muscles, calms our muscles down, heats them up, warms them up. It's nice when we have a mama or a daddy or a grandma or a grandpa, oma, opa, auntie, uncle, someone who gives us hugs and loves a friend, but we don't need to actually rely on anyone else. We can just rely on ourselves. All right, let's jump to the calendar. Okay, today is no longer the 4th. Be with you. My friends are still hanging out. It's now Cinco de Mayo. Ole. So we're going to change from 4 to 1 more than 4 is 5. Remember, you need to get your composition book out. You want to transfer all of this learning into your book or into a notebook, or you can get loose paper and then put it all together when you're finished. And each month you could have your own book of the month, the book of the month. So we're going to change it to 5. Across, left, and down, loop right around. That is how we jive when we make a 5. So today's date is 5-5-20. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate that in America. Mexico, not so much. It was a battle between France and Mexico. France thought they would come in and steal Mexico, and the people of Mexico just fought back. It was a sign of grit, tenacity, mindfulness, and perseverance. They just stayed in the fight and pushed France back. But it was just one small battle. But had France taken that small battle, they might have taken the whole country. So the pushback was really important. And in America, we celebrate by eating Mexican food, having spirits, grown-up drinking, grown-up soda, playing Mexican music, listen to mariachis. It's kind of exciting as an American because it brings the culture of Mexico into America, which is important. But we're kind of celebrating something that isn't as significant and important for the country, so culturally it's kind of questionable. But just so you know, it's Cinco de Mayo today. Clap your hands and shout, ole, ole! It's Cinco de Mayo today. Clap your hands and shout, ole, ole! I miss school. We would have done some cool stuff there today, but here we are in hallway school doing some cool stuff here. All right, let's change the day of the week. Yesterday was not Sunday. Yesterday was referencing the smart cards. Monday, so we're going to move the information up. Let me give myself a little face space. Ooh, looks like one eye. This is Paco. This is Paco, the face space. I know Paco doesn't rhyme with face or space, but in honor of Cinco de Mayo, this is Paco. My face space. Thank you, Paco, for helping me. Yesterday was Monday, capital M-O-N-D-A-Y, and we'll put a period at the end. If yesterday was Monday, let's reference our SMART chart. Sunday, Monday, the first T day, Tuesday. So let's erase Monday. We could leave the chunk of day, except it would be difficult to slip T-U-E-S into the space that M-O-N had held. Capital T-U-E-S, D-A-Y, and then a period. And let's check on our cards to make sure that that's correct. Monday, Tuesday, T-U-E-S, D-A-Y. We can't have two Tuesdays. If today is Tuesday, then tomorrow isn't Tuesday. Tomorrow is hump day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. When there's an odd number, there's a middle point, and then everything else evenly falls to either side, kind of like a hill or a mountain. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, then Wednesday. Remember, we have to enunciate it clearly. Wednesday, not Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So hard to say. Hey, that rhymes. Wednesday, so hard to say. Capital W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. And a period. These are all just telling sentences. Declarative. I declare the names of the days of the week. Today is not Monday, May 4th. Today is Tuesday, T-U-E-S-D-A-Y, comma, May 5th, and it's still 2020. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. Yesterday was Monday, it's in the past. Today is Tuesday, it's in the present and with us. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, that's in the future ahead of us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at our little garden, our alphabet garden. On our flowers, each flower has two leaves, and one leaf has the capital. The form of the letter is the big capital letter. Letters come in two forms, capital or uppercase, big, or lowercase, small. So I see that I have the choice of plugging in these lowercase letters with their parent on the leaf of these flowers. So I see capital B, capital P, capital S, capital N, capital F, capital D, and capital E. And below I have lowercase e, lowercase s, lowercase d, lowercase b, lowercase f, lowercase n, and lowercase p. So I have to find their parents. The babies are lost. The parents need to find them. Let's see if we can do this. B. There's an E. So let me go, no. There's E. So I'm going to kiss this one goodbye. I'll cross left, cross right, out, curve around left, all the way to the stopping place, lowercase e. Now make sure that you've drawn these in your composition book or on your piece of paper, so you're doing it with me. The way you can stretch out this learning is by making a garden of all the letters in order and out of order. You could take construction paper, make little flowers, make the little petals, and then match them. Uppercase to lowercase. Saying their names, saying their sounds, and then you could pull the petals down and try making simple CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant words that only have the letter one time. Because if they have it more than one time in their writing, you are not going to have enough letters to pick from. All right, let's do the next one. S, B, P. There it is. Now what we know about S is lowercase s, curve up around left, slanting down right, curve up around left to the stopping place. Lowercase s and capital S are exactly the same shape, but they're not the same size. Lowercase e and capital E, they only make the same sound and they have the same name, but they don't look alike at all. So I'm going to kiss the S goodbye. Now I see a D. I know it's a D because D is very, very glad he will always face his dad. He says, I love looking at you. So his tummy faces this way, and the easiest way to construct a D is to start by making an A so you have enough space in the place where you're going to write that letter. I see a B. It can't be there because lowercase b is bad. He will not face his dad. P. That can be confusing because if you flip it upside down, it kind of looks like a P. S, I already did. N, F, D. Here it is. And so I'm going to start like I'm making a lowercase a. Curve around left, up around right, go straight up and pull straight down. Once we can make some letters, we can transfer that schema, that knowledge, into making other letters. And it makes it a little more accessible, not necessarily easy. Easy is we do it with flexibility and autonomy, and we do it with automaticity. But sometimes we really still have to think. So it isn't necessarily easier, but it's more accessible. We find that it's easier to get to the information, not necessarily easier to produce it. All right, so now I've done D, and now I see B. It's very, very bad. His tummy faces away from his dad. I don't want to look at you. But we also see that in capital B, the baby lives in the capital B. So it's like the mommy, and the mommy has another baby B in her tummy. So she's going to make another baby B. And the baby B comes out with part of the mommy. Looks just partly like it's mommy. But I like to say it's bad mama faces dad, because that rhymes. So let's come up here. Now when we do this one, we start with the line first. So start at the top, pull straight down, go up, curve around right, and in at the bottom. Lowercase b. Now for F, F looks a lot like capital E. Yep, there's F. Except capital E has a line across the bottom. Capital F does not. That's the only difference when we look at them. There's a lot of difference in their sound and in their name. So I'm going to take my F, and it starts kind of like a cane, or a candy cane. Starting point up, curve around left, pull straight down, and then we go across in the middle. So it kind of has the same bar that the daddy has. So parents and children often look at least a little bit alike. Like they say, oh, you have your mama's nose. Your smile looks just like your daddy. So here, just like his dad, he has the little bar across his tummy. Now I have two more. I have N and I have P. That's not N. Here's N. And it's down, up, and around. And the straight line there resembles a little of the daddy. And it says like nose. E, E, A, U. D like dog. D. F like fish, and V in the word of. N, S, S like a snake, and then it says Z like in the word is. B says B like ball. This is signing ball. B. B. And don't say ba, it's B. B. You don't want to put the on the end, otherwise that's a schwa. It adds an extra sound. And then we have P, like pig. P. Down, top, curve around. And it depends on how you construct it. They can be exactly the same shape and size, just placed differently. But sometimes the lowercase b has a little bit of a bar that extends up over, which makes them look a little bit more different than alike. All right. B, P, S, N, F, D, E. Nicely done. Make sure you've transferred all this information into your handy-dandy composition book. Your goal is to write, certainly, but then it's to go back and read again and again and again so that you can get to automaticity, fast as a snap, fast as a clap, fast as a blink. That's how fast I want you to think. Alrighty. Climb on the bus. Honk, honk. Beep, beep. We're going on a learning field trip to build up schema. I've already been building up your schema. It's not like the field trip is different. It's just kind of fun, right? Makes school a little bit mixed up. All right, let's take our portable calendar down and see what we are going to focus on. So I see a lot of pictures. So we're relying on sound. That's phonemic awareness. When you're listening to the sound and you're not looking at the letters, your eye can't differentiate between the structure of the letters because there aren't any. What we're listening for is beginning sounds. When we see this, what do we say? When we say it, what do we hear? That builds up phonemic awareness. And then we think about what letter we would expect to see or what letter we would expect to write, and that transfers it over into phonics. So here I see a row of pictures, and I'm listening for a common sound at the beginning. Remember we made the little girl? And at the top, this is the beginning sound. If we do her body, that's the middle sound. And if we're looking at her legs, that's the ending sound. So here, we're focusing on the beginning sound. Beginning sound. The common sound we're looking for here is the sound you heard at the beginning of mittens. Gave away one of the words. So we're looking for the sound. So when we see this symbol, the sound we expect to hear is like mittens. Mouth is closed. Put your hand in your speech motor. It's on, it's vibrating. The sound we're expecting you to hear here is the t sound, like as in tiger. So the letter that we see is a T. The sound that we're expecting to hear is t, t. And we're looking for that common sound across the pictures. Listening for the common sound. The common sound we're looking for here is as in looks like the candy cane, up and around and across in the middle. This is the letter we would expect to see or to write. The sound is. So let's look at the first row. Here's a picture of a mouse. Say mouse, mouse. Let's break off the beginning sound. Ouse, mouse. Do you hear at the beginning of mouse? Ding, 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 ding. So mouse starts with Let's look at the next picture. This is a fish. Say fish, fish. Let's break off the beginning sound. Ish. Do you hear It's not a mish, it's a fish. So this is not, maybe what we'll do instead of putting a kiss on it, let's put a hug around it. Let's put a hug. If you already did a kiss, that's totally fine. But let's X out the ones that do not have the sound, and let's circle the ones that do. This is a mitten. Say mitten. Mitten. Let's break off the beginning sound. Itten. Itten. Does that have the sound at the beginning? Ding, ding, ding. It does. Let's put a hug around it. Now this is a place that the postal worker can put your letters when they come to your house or packages. You know what it's called? Mailbox. It's a compound word. Let's say it together. Mailbox. Let's break off the beginning sound. Ailbox. Is that the same sound as in mitten? Ding, ding, ding. It sure is. Let's circle it. Now we're going to shift sounds from to t, t. Let's look at the first picture. Here is a turtle. Can you say that? Turtle. Let's break off the beginning sound. T, erdle. T, t, erdle. Does that have the t, like tiger? Ding, ding, ding. So we're going to circle it. This is a delicious bird you eat at Thanksgiving. It is called a turkey. Can you say turkey? Turkey. Let's break off the beginning sound. T, erky, t, erky. Do you hear the t at the beginning of turkey? Yeah. Let's circle it. Now let's look at the next word. Here you see a picture of a toothbrush. Can you say toothbrush? Toothbrush. It's also a compound word. Let's break off the beginning sound. T, toothbrush. T. Do you hear the t sound at the beginning of toothbrush? Ding, ding, ding. Let's circle it. Now I know that looks like a claw on a bird, but that's not a claw. It's supposed to be a fork. It's my drawing. I did the best I could. So let's say fork. Fork. Try it again. Fork. Let's break off the beginning sound. Orc. Is that a torque? No, it's a fork. So we're going to cross it out. Kiss that one goodbye. You are the weakest picture. Goodbye. Now let's go to the third and final row. Here you see an F. The sound we're listening for is F. Here's a picture of a fish. Fish. Say it with me. Fish. Let's break off the beginning sound. Ish. Try it again. Ish. Do you hear the sound at the beginning of fish? Ding, ding, ding. Yes, we said it was the of fish. That's called a gimme. You gimme that just right out of the blocks. When you're trying to run the race, come out of the blocks with the fish. This is not a gimme, so you're going to have to work at this one. Work at this one. What do you see here? A mitten. Say it with me. Mitten. Let's break off the beginning sound. Itten. Itten. That's the of mitten. Is that the same as Are those the same or are they different? They're not the same. This is not a fitten. This is a mitten. You are the weakest picture. Goodbye. Now remember, this is a what? Not a claw of a chicken, although that's what it looks like. It is a fork. Say it with me. Fork. Let's say it again. Fork. Break off the beginning sound. Orc. Orc. What's the beginning sound? Is that the same? Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. It is the same. So we are going to circle it. One more. Now this isn't a leaf. It looks like a leaf, but it's supposed to be. This looks like a claw of a chicken. It's not. But this is on the wing of a chicken. It's a feather. Feather. Say it with me. Feather. Let's break off the beginning sound. Ether. Break the beginning again. Ether. Do you hear the sound at the beginning of feather? Ding, 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 ding. You are correct. This is a feather. Feather. Nicely done. Now how you can stretch out the learning and get some traction action on this lesson is by making other pictures that fit into these categories. By transferring these over to little note cards and then playing games with them and matching and sorting them by sound. You also could use the same pictures to do ending sounds and middle sounds. So that would really stretch out the learning. And you could have someone draw a picture, turn it around, and then you have to quickly say the beginning sound and then write the letter that represents the sound, the symbol that represents the sound when it's made. So those are just fun games that you can play at home to stretch out the learning. All right, let's do our growth mindset quotes. The key to mastery is effort. We're putting in a lot of effort by participating and even more effort by transferring your learning into a book that you can come back to and revisit over and over and over and over. So never, ever give up. That's what happened in that battle between Mexico and France. If they would have given up, there might not be a Mexico today. There might be France and New France. And all the people who speak Spanish may speak French. Or Frenchish or Spanish. I don't know. They never ever gave up. They just stayed in it and fought. So that's why we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo today. It's Cinco de Mayo today. Clap your hands and shout, ole, ole! It's Cinco de Mayo today. Clap your hands and shout, ole, ole! There's more to the song, but we dance and, we clap and clap and clap and dance around the hat. I don't have a hat. We clap and clap and clap and do something else like that. Can't even remember. See, I'm not in my classroom. Oh well. It's still Cinco de Mayo today, so clap your hands and shout, ole! I need some guacamole. Maybe a taco. Put some green and red and white decorations up, and the eagle that's on their flower that's getting a snake, and it's beautiful greenery underneath it. It was great sharing this. I look forward to sharing other schema on other videos. Till then, here's some pride. Put it inside along with my schema. Schema store is shut. I'm keeping the rest of it until later. Here's some love. You know that till later. I don't know how to sign guacamole, or I would give you some of that. I don't know how to sign tacos, I would give you some of that. Actually, I want to keep those for myself. So until later, el super teacher is